What's up, Nerdyverse? I'm Daddy Louie, and in this video, we are taking a look at a game called Frenemy Pastry Party. So stick around. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe for more content and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Frenemy Pastry Party is a brand new game that was funded successfully on Kickstarter back in June of 2020. It is from Solus Game Studios. It is for 3 to 6 players, ages 8 and up, and takes around 15 to 30 minutes to play. It is now available for purchase on the developer's website, so you can go and grab yourself the final production copy, which is what we're looking at today. In this game, it is a co-op, semi-co-op, family-friendly drafting and set collection game. The scoring mechanics are actually quite unique. You're going to rely on your friends to help you to score recipe cards. However, you don't want your friends to help too much because they are also going to be scoring points based on the ingredients that they help you with. However, you don't score any of your ingredients. You only score the recipes. So it has a very, very unique scoring mechanic, which we will look at in further detail once we get down to the table. But is it good? Well, if you'll join me, let's check it out. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to notice is this beautiful playmat. I think this might be one of the first times, if not the first time, that we've gotten a playmat to review alongside with the game. You can purchase this along with the game if you choose, and I highly recommend it. It's by far one of the nicest playmats I've ever seen, and I actually have a pretty huge collection of playmats myself. You can see the colors are really, really bright. It has great, colorful, and cute art that goes really well with the game. It also has, like, on the edges here, you can't really see it, but it's actually like I don't know, like threaded on the outside of the mat. It really adds a lot to the quality and overall experience of the game by having this mat. So really glad that that this was included for me, and like I said, I highly, highly recommend it if you plan on picking up the game. The game itself is the cards that you see here in front of you. The largest part is going to be the ingredients, which are all different kinds of ingredients to include chocolate, blueberries, mangoes, strawberries, kiwi, and that might be it, actually. Yeah, it looks like that's it. So you're going to shuffle these up, and then you're going to give each player a few, as well as placing some down here on the map. We'll go over those rules in a second. Then you also have your recipe cards. These are the pastries that you are trying to create, you along with your frenemies at the table. Each one of the completed recipes that you score on your side of the board is worth 5 points, so keep that in mind. While the ingredients that you score for helping your frenemies, those are worth 1 point apiece. And then finally you have the friends, the little animals. You are going to be given one of these in secret at the beginning of the game, and that is kind of like a secret bonus that you're going to try and collect. So at the end of the game, if you've scored on your side the most of a particular ingredient, you'll see here, like, this little guy wants mangoes, chocolate, strawberries, blueberries, kiwi. The otter wants sets of individual stuff, and then the fox here wants the least amount of recipes scored or completed recipes. And that'll give you bonus points at the end for scoring. So let's set up for a game. Like I said, you're going to shuffle these, and you're going to give each player one of these in secret, and then we'll set up the rest of the board, and I'll show you how it plays. Okay, so here we have set up for a 3-player game. You have player 1, 2, and 3 here. We've also set out 3 random recipes for people to complete, as well as 5 random ingredients with the ingredient deck here. each player got a face-down player card. I'll show you this one. So this little guy here, he wants to be the person with the most strawberries. So I'm really going to be looking for strawberries with my character. But no one else at the table knows what specific ingredient I'm trying to go after, as well as I don't know them. And I've also gotten 2 of my own ingredients here. I've got a strawberry and a blueberry, so we're off to a good start. So on your turn, the player who ate cake last will go first, or you can decide randomly if you don't want to decide that way. And on your turn, you can do one of 2 things. You can either grab a face-up ingredient from the ingredient pool here, or you can try and complete one of these recipes that are on the board. Now, when selecting a ingredient, there's one of 2 things that you can do. You can take one ingredient, or if at any point in time there are 4 or more of the same ingredient on the board, you can take 2 of that ingredient. So it really does a good job of trying to avoid people not taking a certain ingredient. So, for example, right now there's 3 kiwi. If I were to take this chocolate here and we were to flip another kiwi, the next player could take 2 kiwi instead of just 1 because there's 4. And I actually didn't plan that. That was pretty good. So that's how collecting ingredients works. And there's no scoring by collecting ingredients. The only scoring is by actually playing ingredients, which you'll do on your side of the board when someone is baking a cake. So let's talk about the baking the cake action, which is really the primary part of the game here. I, on my turn, would announce which cake it is that I'm trying to make. Let's say, for example, here, I want to make this cake. So I'd pull this cake and I say, I'm going to try and make this cake. And then I'm going to ask one of my opponents if they can help me with making a cake by asking them for a specific ingredient. So you can see here right now I only have a blueberry and a strawberry. Let's say I had these ingredients. Let's take these here. So let's say I had these ingredients. I'm not going to actually, have these showing. No one can see my ingredients. So I already know I have 2 kiwi, and I know that I have 1 blueberry and 1 strawberry. However, my character wants to score their strawberries on their opponent's turn because I'm not going to get any points for these. So I might want to ask for a strawberry. So I'm going to ask this guy here. I'd like you to help me make a cake, and I need a blueberry, please. And then it's up to him if he wants to help me. He does have a blueberry, and he'll say, sure, he wants to help me, and he'll give me a blueberry. So he'll put a blueberry next to himself. So now I know that I've got 2 blueberries at least. So I'll ask him again, do you have another blueberry that you'd like to contribute? And he'll say no. So then I go to the next player, and I would say, okay, next player, would you like to help me with a blueberry? And he says, sure, I can help you with a blueberry. And now I would say, can you help me? So now I have 3 blueberries, which I need. I have 2 kiwis, which I need. I have 1 chocolate, which I need. And I have 1 strawberry. But remember, I want to keep the strawberries for myself. So I would ask him, do you have a strawberry that you would like to contribute? And let's say, for example, he says yes. So he has helped us. So now what happens is, okay, the scoring player here, would pay by discarding the chocolate, the 2 kiwi, and the 1 blueberry. And I get no points for those 4 that I just got rid of, okay? My opponents score their own ingredients that they've helped with. So this guy helped with a blueberry, so he's going to score 1 point for this blueberry. And this player helped with a blueberry and a strawberry, so he gets 2 points. And then I would collect this ingredient card or this recipe card, and this is face down. Nobody knows I have that, remember? And my turn is now done, and we refill the tray here. So you can kind of see how the scoring works. It's very unique. When I completed a recipe, the ingredients that I used from my personal hand get discarded. I don't score them. I do get 5 points. So right now, if we were to score, I would be the winner, right? Because I have 5, he has 1, he has 2. Um, Also, we would look at our characters here, our creatures. I want to have the most strawberries scored. If it's in my hand, it doesn't count. I didn't score any strawberries because I didn't play this on another person's turn to score it. He did. But he wants blueberries. And he doesn't have the most blueberries because it's a tie. He's got blueberries scored as well. So let's see what this guy had. He had chocolate, which he didn't score. So nobody would get the bonus points. Does that kind of make sense? It's a very unique mechanic. So just to recap, just to review, on your turn, you're going to collect ingredients from the center or try and complete a recipe card. You want to try and get your opponents to use as many of their ingredients as possible, because you're going to have to discard your ingredients. You're not going to get to use them, but you don't want them to use too many because you want to outscore them. So again, you get 5 points for every recipe completed on your turn. However, you do not score the ingredients you used for that recipe. They get discarded. Your opponents score 1 for each recipe card or each ingredient that they used towards your recipe card. And then there's a bonus 3 points if you have scored the most of a certain ingredient, depending on which creature you get. And then at the end of the game, once all of the recipe cards have been scored or there's no more ingredients to draw from, the game ends. And then once the game ends, you would tally up the scores that way. So just remember, when you're scoring the secret number on your little animal friends, that number is only scored based on which ingredients you used on your opponent's turn. So let's say, for example, this guy over here, he wanted to make this recipe, and you contributed your strawberry to make that recipe. Then if he scored it, you would get this 1 point towards your end score. And if you had the most strawberries, you'd get a bonus 3 points, because that's what this little guy is trying to get after. So, again, a very unique mechanic with scoring in this game. You want to help your friends because you want to score your ingredient cards on your opponent's turns, but you don't want to help them so much that they're scoring a lot of these, because these are worth more points than individual ingredients. Now, some of these, like this right here, this is 7 ingredients. So if one player helps contribute 7 ingredients, they're going to score more points than this. But that, that's a rare thing to happen, and probably wouldn't happen throughout the game. But anyway, that's everything that you need to know, really, in order to play Frenemy Pastry Party. The art is, like you can see, it's really bright. It's really fun. The little animals that they've created here are super cute. The rules are very simple. Like, your turn is, you do one or the other thing. You just need to be mindful of that really unique scoring mechanic, making sure that you're keeping an eye on your frenemies to make sure that they're not scoring more points than you are, basically. And anyway, guys, that's everything you need to know in order to play Frenemy Pastry Party. This game is very cute, very entry level. The scoring mechanics are the most complicated part, but you do catch on to those very, very quickly. It's got a lot of, drafting, go fish style mechanics. You're asking your friends, do you have a piece of chocolate to help me? But they're scoring that piece of chocolate when you do it. So you need to be very careful and mindful of who you're helping, who's helping you, how many points they're racking up, how many points you have. So there's really good math here, basic level math, again, for younger audience. The art is cute. It's going to keep more experienced gamers engaged because of that unique scoring mechanic. There's just a lot of really good things to say about the game. Like I said, I really like the mat, the bright colors, the material that it's made out of. It really adds a lot to the game. It's not necessary for gameplay wise, but again, it does add a really positive element to the overall experience, and I can't recommend getting all of that enough. Like I said, successful Kickstarter now available for purchase. Links to everything will be in the description below. Make sure that you go and check it out. Show them love, show them support. Pick this game up. You're not going to want to miss it. What do you guys think of Frenemy Pastry Party? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you want more from the Circle of Nerds, you can find us on all of our social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all at Circle of Nerds. Also, don't forget that we have a podcast that comes out every week called The Cosmic Disaster Show. You can find that right here on YouTube or anywhere that you enjoy listening to podcasts. And for an extra bit of love and affection to us here at the Circle of Nerds, please consider checking us out over on Patreon at patreon.com/circleofnerds. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. I will see you in the next video.